Join me as I celebrate my birthday with an exciting adventure in the Badlands. We'll explore Theodore Roosevelt National Park in North Dakota, where we will encounter prairie dogs, bison, wild horses, and breathtaking landscapes. I'll share what just might be my favorite camping spot yet, and you can join me for birthday morning coffee and pancakes. Next, we'll cross the Montana border to Makoshika State Park, where we'll camp for the night. My birthday is filled with epic hikes, stunning scenery, and delicious backpacking food. So come on, let's celebrate together. Tomorrow is my 39th birthday. I am planning on beginning the last year of my 30s in some beautiful places, starting with Theodore Roosevelt National Park. Sadly, I do not have a filming permit for the park, so I can only show you still shots, but I will do my best to get some good ones for you guys. Let's go. Just outside the actual park was the painted canyon overlook. It had panoramic views as far as the eye could see. I could have stared at this interesting landscape for hours and enjoyed intricate details like how the top of some of the mounds had this beautiful red clay. I drove through the park entrance, and these towering giants are the scene that you see right as you pull past the gate. Not very far into the drive, there were a bunch of cars stopped with their cameras out pointing at a field. I almost didn't stop because I couldn't see anything driving by, but I decided to stop anyway. I'm glad I did because there was a giant prairie dog town. There were hundreds of prairie dog houses and so many of the little guys popping out. They were much smaller than I thought they'd be, but still super cute. Further into my drive, I was excited to see this one lonely bison standing on top of this hill. But right around the corner from him was another bison right by the road. For some reason, that bison started running towards my car, which was so exciting because I was in the safety of my vehicle, otherwise it would be terrifying. Later into my drive through the park was a traffic jam due to this bison just casually strolling down the road. He got so close to my car, it was awesome. The park had lots of scenic overlooks with amazing badlands in all directions, some having very large buttes protruding in the distance. On my way out of the park, I saw an amazing sight that blew my mind. I hadn't done a lot of research on the park, so I didn't know what to expect, but I was not expecting wild horses. This is the first time I've seen them in the wild. Wow, seeing that herd of wild horses was just the best way to end my time here. This has vastly exceeded my expectations. I have absolutely loved this park, but I have seen pretty much all of it now, so I'm gonna head out. The iOverlander app shows a free dispersed camping area about 15 minutes west of here, so I'm gonna head that way and try to find a camp spot. I think I just found the most epic campsite that exists in the land. So I had to drive pretty far down this red dirt road. Oh my gosh. And it just kept going up like, these aren't hills, you know, they're badlands. I don't know what else to call them besides hills, but it just kept going up this big hill, and all the other campsites were taken. And this is the first one that's available. Oh my gosh, I really hope that the camera can pick it up. I have 360 views of the Badlands, dude. My body is just like covered in goosebumps. This is freaking awesome. And it's free because it's public land. And I know it's a real campsite because there is a built fire pit here. Let's go explore. Oh, I'm so happy right now. I even have 2 bars of cell service up here. This is amazing. Looks like there's a little walking path right here, so let's go check that out. There is some type of dried animal dung on the pathway, and it is huge. Like, I don't know if maybe there are cows grazing here or if it's bison piles. But oh my gosh, they're gigantic, like an elephant, and they're all over. How awesome would it be to see a bison out here? Ooh, a little cactus. Just feel like you're on top of the world here. There isn't anything higher in any direction. Well, this camp spot is pretty awesome too, but I think I still like ours better. That's the car right there. It's really windy up here and there are a ton of these sage plants. So the breeze just smells like fresh sage. It's awesome. Well, that does it for my 38th year. The next time you see me, I'll be a whole year older. Good night. I can hear the coyotes howling. I cannot imagine a better view to enjoy birthday morning coffee. This is epic. Pancakes for breakfast this morning. So I'm all cleaned up and ready to head out now. It's a lot later than I had planned on leaving, but this place is so beautiful. I just kept finding reasons to stay. I did a birthday meditation, so up here seemed like the perfect place to just reflect on the past year and look at what's ahead of me. I always have the full spectrum of emotions on my birthday. My mind often wanders to being a little bit sad that a lot of my life is over, and that's the truth. And I think it's okay to feel those feelings for a little bit, but mostly when I think of the past, I think of all the love and joy and adventures and blessings that I've had throughout my life. So mostly I'm just overwhelmed with gratitude for the life that I have lived. I want to use the realization that the clock is ticking for all of us as motivation to really focus on being present and enjoying the time that I do have left. I have a gratitude practice and I try to be aware of staying in the moment, but I think I'm just kind of doing those half-heartedly, and I really want to, going forward, focus on really savoring and finding all the good that there is in every day. Just thinking about how my mindset has been lately, I realize how often my mind is in the future or in the past, and I'm rarely ever like truly in the present moment, like just feeling what it feels like to be alive and feeling like deep gratitude for things. So that is going to be my intention for this next year, is to really cultivate that more, and that's what feels right in my heart. But enough yapping, let's hit the road. We have crossed the border into Montana. It's a new year for me and a new state. Montana is grizzly bear country. Be prepared. What? I am not prepared. We've arrived at Makoshika State Park, which is about a half hour over the Montana border. This park covers more than 11,000 acres and it's known for its Badland landscapes and scenic views. I'm hoping to get a campsite here for the night, but they are first come, first serve, so let's hurry and reserve a good one. Most of the campsites cost $28, but there are a couple that are only $20 because they're at the way end of the park and they're far from the restrooms and the other amenities. But I actually want those because they sound more private and primitive, so that's more my style. So I'm headed there now to hopefully snag one of those. I gotta pull over so I can show you some of these views safely. So far, this place is absolutely gorgeous. We are smack dab in the middle of the Badlands, and there are just epic views in every direction. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really plan this video that well. I just knew that I needed to do something for my birthday, and I was headed west, and these two parks were on the way, so I was like, I'll hit those up. I didn't really research how amazing these places are, but I feel so blessed to be here on my birthday because these views are just like blowing my mind, and I have not experienced views like this in a long time. I really could not ask for a better birthday. I'm just so happy in this place. Right now we are, I don't know if you can hear the engine struggling, but we are on an incline headed up to the very top. Kind of gotta watch the edges here. We don't want to fall off the road here. That would be the end of you pretty quickly. Our campsite is at the very end of this drive, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna be at the tippy top. It just goes on and on forever. I am just absolutely amazed by this landscape. Awesome, this is the one, and it doesn't have a blue sticker on it, so that means it's available. Let's check it out. Pretty far off of the road. Oh yeah, this will do just fine. This is perfect. It is way far off of the road, so we've got plenty of privacy. Got a picnic table and some shade, which is so nice. And this view. I bought myself a birthday present. I got myself a jet boil. So this is a system that you connect fuel to, and you can easily fit in a backpack, so that way you can have hot water for coffee or food or whatever when you're hiking, when you're way out on the trail. So right now all of my cooking has to be done at the car, or I have to lug my big propane stove to wherever I'm going. So with this system I can just throw it in my backpack, and that way I can have like meals or whatever way out in nature. So that's what I'm gonna do today. My traditional birthday meal is always lasagna and cheesecake, which I found this freeze-dried backpacker meal that is lasagna, and this is pretty close to cheesecake. It's an ice cream sandwich bar that's also freeze-dried, so I really wanted to try this. So this is gonna be my birthday meal. So I am going to rip this open, figure out how to use it, pack my backpack, and then let's find a nice place to eat it at. I'm getting ready to leave the camp spot here, and I'm trying to figure out this map, and I just went like this to zoom in on the map. I think this heat is getting to me. It's like 92 and sunny out. Perfect day for some hot lasagna. A guy working at the visitor center said there's a really cool natural bridge down this particular hike, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just at the beginning of the trail right now, and this view is out of this world. I'm going to go back to the car and get my trekking poles because this path looks a little sketchy. How cool is this? It's actually pretty tasty. All right, now to try the freeze-dried ice cream sandwich. It already broke apart, probably because it's so hard. Very curious about the texture. Oh wow, that is very unique. It has the taste of a regular vanilla ice cream bar with the chocolate cookie, but the consistency is like kind of like styrofoam. Yeah, the texture takes some getting used to, but all the flavor of a lovely ice cream bar is there. I'm very pleased with it. There's a bunny under my car. You gotta leave, buddy, so I can take off. You're so cute. He keeps crawling under one side and then I go to the other. All right, now get on out. Go, go, go. Go home, go home, go home. Bye. You want to come with me to my campsite, buddy? The sun is setting now, so we're gonna head back to the campsite. There are hundreds of dragonflies flying around. Well, I have had a wonderful birthday, and that is greatly in part to you guys. Because I'm able to make these videos for you guys, it feels like I have someone to share the adventure with. Because of you guys, I don't feel alone on my birthday, and I don't feel alone on my travels. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.